Hi folks, and welcome to this week's video tutorial. This will be bot number 17 from Dubious positions and how to attack them. And I'd like to thank Master Xiangqi and Grandmaster Xiangqi for giving me permission to make this video in English. So without further ado, let us begin. Central cannon, screenhouse defense. Now in this variation, in this bot, red would attack with a third pawn advancement variation. Now this is another big topic in the central cannon versus the screenhouse defense opening system. And when red plays p3 plus 1, black would usually answer likewise. And in this variation, red would choose to attack with the pawn rank cannon. Now this is another major variation in the central cannon versus screenhouse defense opening system. With this move, red would prepare to play c8 equals to 7 or c8 equals to 3 if need be to pressurize the black horses so that you slow the development of the black horses, and well, red would slowly develop his left flank. Now this is quite a slow-paced opening system. It will allow red to control the game better, but usually by mid-game, the advantage or any advantages gained would not be as great as other more volatile variations. So this move will be the dubious move that will be discussed. Now this is quite a common mistake that beginners would make, because black will fear that red will play c8 equals to 7 and try to attack in this manner. However, one of the opening the tenets of opening theory suggests that it is not a good idea to push forward a lone piece across the river without any backup. So at this point in time, there were two variations that were discussed. The first would be c8 equals to 3 and the other will be r2 plus 5. So let us see the variations one by one. In the first variation, c8 equals to 3 was played. Now this is more of an instinctive or habitual move, whereby since the horse had moved, the cannon will now, it would be pointless to play c8 equals to 7, and red would simply play c8 equals to 3, hoping to apply some pressure on this flank and slowly develop his left flank. Now this was probably made out of habit, but it is not a good move. Red would have missed an opportunity to make gains or profit from this situation. And since c8 equals to 3 was played, black would usually counter with e7 plus 5 to consolidate his defenses and prevent and decrease the efficiency of this move, since capturing the elephant will not be an option now. Red's horse is developed as a proper horse to strengthen the central file. Now h8 equals to 9 would not be a good idea, because black could now attack the horse in this manner, and black has points to counter attack. There will be many options for black to continue, h4 plus 3, etc, etc, and red will be in all sorts of trouble. r8 plus 7, and black will counter with a pawn rank cannon of his own. Instead of protecting the cannon, black would play c2 equals to 3 to attack this horse. So black will try to patrol the riverbank to prevent p3 plus 1 from happening, but black would not bother and still continue attack. Now this is a very powerful move. Now although h4 plus 3 can allow black to gain back a pawn and even the pawn discrepancy, red could now take the opportunity to play c5 equals to 4 to adjust his formation. Red would have a well-organized and strong formation that has much potential for growth. So h4 plus 3 is not as good as playing p3 plus 1, whereby red would not have the chance to play c5 equals to 4. So with this move, the pawn would now threaten to capture the chariot and also the pawn, the red pawn over here. Now, red will be forced to make this move, and at this point in time, black would make a very powerful attack with c8 equals to 3. Now, uh, this horse is very powerful. It will be protecting both cannons, and now black would be threatening to capture this elephant for a check, and then capture the red chariot again. So this would force the elephant to be moved and allow black to trade chariots. Thus, red will lose a move, having moved his horse forward and backwards again. Black will now take the opportunity to develop his right chariot and attack aggressively with r2 plus 8. Now, this move would be sort of testing the waters for black. It will be subtler than playing r2 plus 5 directly, because black would sound red out and see how he would attack. Now, as can be seen, this red horse would have trouble moving to the riverbank. Otherwise, after trading, the cannon would capture the horse, and black would now be attacking this flank. Again, red would play steadfastly and change his formation. Now, p5 plus 1 for attack would not be a good idea in this situation, since black had already upped his defenses. So if this were played, black would play r2 equals 3, p5 plus 1, and black would gladly sacrifice his horse, threatening to attack over here. So p5 equals to 6, check. And black is prepared to play to maneuver this cannon to the board corner for a checkmate threat. Now, red's position will now fall apart. Now, a point to note, black cannot play this move, or red will would defend in this manner. So c5 equals to 4 would be the better move instead of attacking with p5 plus 1. However, black would now push his pawn forward and offer trade of chariots. After trading chariots, this would be an even situation for both colors, and red would not have profited much from this situation. So this would be variation A, whereby c equals to 3 was played. Now, the recommended move for red would be, instead of playing c8 equals to 3, would be to play r2 plus 5 to attack the horse immediately. Now, this is a very aggressive attack by red, and this is perhaps the best answer to black's irrational moves, because now the horse would be in trouble if it moved across the river. Red will now play r2 equals to 7 to attack the horse again. Now, at this point in time, this would be another position of discussion for the board. There will be two sub-variations that we'll discuss. The first will be h3 plus 4, and the other will be h3 plus 2. In variation BA, h3 plus 4, black would try to attack by hoping to play h4 minus 6 to attack or deliver a check. But red would be more than happy to sacrifice this horse or offer trade of horses. So after sacrificing the horse, red will now start his counter-attack, threatening e7 plus 5, attacking the cannon. This is a tightly knit move. Now, if he chose to play r7 equals to 8, after black had already gained material, he would be more than happy to return the favor by moving the horse to safety. And black gains an opportunity to be in contention. So red will gain big lost material, but he would not have gained, otherwise he would not have gained much. Whereas this horse would now be a very powerful entity, preferring to play h4 plus 6, etc. r7 plus 2. Now, cannon is protecting the horse, so there's no fear. And red could simply attack. And he could also play. Um, he'll be prepared to play R9 goes to 8 for his next move to recover lost material and claim the initiative. Now this would be variation BA. Sorry, in variation BB. Now in variation BB, black play h3 plus 2 and prepare to attack this pale corner cannon. Palace corner over here. It will be imperative for red to retreat and defend against this attack with r7 minus 4. Now, red cannot be nonchalant or careless with a6 plus 5, thinking that this advisor would have this intersection covered, because black would now play e3 plus 5, threatening to capture the chariot. I say if red advanced the chariot, black would offer a trade of chariots, which red must accept. Now, if he did not, I open up my computer. Let's see. If he did not, red would. Sorry. Move it over here. Red would checkmate with this sequence. Check. Capture the advisor. Push the pawn forward. Another check. Check. Sorry, not check. Check. Be prepared to checkmate. Check. And checkmate. So this is quite a long sequence, but it would show that red must accept this trade of chariots. So a6 plus 5 is a terrible move. So e7, r7 minus 4. And now black will start his counter attack with c8 plus 4. Red will play c8 equals to 3. And black would try to protect the horse. Red would still offer a trade of material, attacking the chariot. The chariot move r7 equals to 2 for a counter pin. And due to the fact that red has c3 plus 3 for a brilliant technical combination, black is forced to make this move. And this horse would have black would have wasted many moves just by maneuvering this horse alone. So this alone would result in a huge loss of tempo for black. And after trading material, red would have at least made 3 more moves. All his pieces are in the open, have commanded important lines. So red would have commanded an accessible lead at this point in time. So that is why, in retrospect, this move is a very brash move, and the best counter would be to play r2 plus 5. Now let us review this board from in the eyes of black. Central cannon, Screenhouse defense, third pawn, and red would play the pawn rank cannon variation, or the 5-8 cannons, as it is commonly known in this board. So far, everything is considered orthodox, and this will be the position of discussion. Red in variation A, red attacks the pawn, missing a chance to increase his initiative, giving black a chance to consolidate his defense. And red is forced to play h8 plus 7, otherwise c2 plus 5 would cause lots of trouble for red. And after some maneuvering, this black horse will now protect both cannons and attack this chariot, forcing the elephant away, and black will now take the opportunity to trade material. Red will thus lose some moves. 1 equals to 2, and black attacks with r2 plus 8, sounding red out. Red tries to salvage his situation by changing his formation. So after a few more rounds, you can see that this is a very even situation, and Red would not have profited from Black's initial dubious move of h3 plus 4. Now in variation B, r2 plus 5 will be the best move, whereby Red will attack aggressively, attacking the horse. And the horse is now forced to this flank. Variation BA, h3 plus 4, Red will sacrifice material. This is a pseudo sacrifice. And Red will now be prepared to play r9 equals to 8 to gain back lost material. Now variation BB, h3 plus 2. Now it is again very important that Red cannot play a6 plus 4, it must defend in this manner. So r8 plus 4. Now Black tries a clever combination, but the chariot moves away, and Black's forced to trade his horse, and Black would now have lost much initiative. Again, Red would have commanded a very important line, and Red would have made many more moves as compared to Black. Red would have a huge advantage at this point. So, I hope you've enjoyed this short video. If you like the work that I've been doing, please do subscribe to my channel. Thank you.